Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to some Victoria 3 and some Don't Be a Menace to South Central America. Hello there, Prahas Mukacha. Hello there, Praha Mukashka. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, we're back. We're back with some more Central America action here. Let's see, where did we leave off last time? Oh, wait. Most important thing to do. I got burned on this last stream. Make sure everything's working. Hello, me. Make sure everything's working. Hello, me. Hello back at you, buddy. There you go. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. So where did we leave off? We actually were able to build up quite a bit of construction last episode, which is nice. So we now have Panama. So we're going to be working towards getting the Panama Canal. So we got to get over to Civilizing Mission. So that's the next thing. One thing that was nice, our steel company is now prosperous because we absolutely needed this plus 5% state construction efficiency, because in every one of our states we have this state modifier, the Central American Cordilleras. So negative 10% state construction efficiency and negative 10% infrastructure. So now we get plus 5 from the company. And then if we can get enough bureaucracy saved up, we could counteract it that way. Because we're not going to have enough authority to put road maintenance everywhere. So there is that. We also now have a motors industry. The prosperity bonus here would be nice if we get it, but that's not really why I have it. I really have this to try to spur the steel company even more. Now the problem we have is, in terms of getting refined steel, we have to get into the top 3 rankings of production, and that's going to be tough. Oh, we jumped up to 5th. Okay. I didn't check before we ended the last stream, so not bad there. So we have to get to 2.9, and we're at 1.2, so we'll see. And the other problem is we have to stay there for 36 months. Luckily, not consecutively. It doesn't have to be 36 consecutive months, just 36 months. Let's take a look at our budget here and see what's going on, because we have 12% interest rate. I mean, that's not terrible, but we do need to be concerned with it. Yeah, look at that. We're subsidizing that steel mill. I forgot. Okay, so let's take a look at the world market. Let's see what the demand is here for steel, because last time I looked at this in the last episode, I'm pretty sure we were the only exporter. So there is yeah, so there's 352 imports, 382 exports. We're the main exporter. Now, yeah, if we could just get an interest in Sweden and Belgium, mainly Belgium. So we were working towards getting a little bit of a navy in hopes of getting us more declared interests, but that didn't work out well. So we got that going on. What are we building? Yeah, so we're getting some paper, some munitions, lead, all that stuff, and then barracks. What's our private cube building? Arts Academy. I mean, actually, it's not bad. It could help us with prestige. What is the world's production of this stuff right now? Oh my god, come on. Give me a break here. We'll wait till it's built. More trade centers in Guatemala. Yeah, we just need to keep building these trade centers. Because we need to export these two things as much as possible. Now, our steel company can build them. So that's good. In fact, we should probably add that here. We don't have any more. We don't have any more charters. We have 3. And what did we give these guys? Investment rights, trade rights, industry rights. Well, we're kind of good with that. So we want the company to be building the trade centers so that it'll give us that additional trade advantage on the steel exports. Yeah, so for right now, plus 50 from steel production and market area by companies having trade rights. So there we go. All right, I think we can unpause, but also let's look at. Ooh yeah, look at this. We're starting to get mass migration, and we got it in Honduras, a state that could use some people. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Honestly, I could really use some people in Panama. How much arable land do they have? Oh, they have 20. Okay. A minority group of Slovene has recently settled in the state of Honduras, seeking a better future. However, the local Central American elites are stirring up resentment, claiming the Slovene newcomers will destroy the traditional way of life. What is their acceptance in our country here? Oh. Oh, and they're all Catholic. See, it's a good thing we're keeping that state religion. So, I really want to reduce it. Yeah, we'll take this. Alright, what can we do here? I mean, I don't mind going into debt. We can kind of afford the debt at the moment. This much debt. We can sell some buildings. It's really these subsidies. Yeah, we really need to be using more. Wait, what? What happened? If this steel mill isn't being subsidized, which one is? Let's take a look. Oh, all of them except Guatemala. Yeah, I mean, we needed to do that to get our prosperity up. If we stop... Well, let's see what happens if we stop. How much of a hit are we going to take here? Alright. Not so bad. See, we do have enough staffed building levels that this is going to keep our prosperity target up quite a bit. 3 more levels and we hit the cap anyway. Because there's a cap of 50. Okay. So that's not bad. So maybe we can get more construction sectors. Why are we only getting... Oh, why do we have negative throughput? Oh, that's right. Yeah, that we had like wasn't it like an earthquake or something that happened? No. But we are... Oh, we're over our taxation capacity. Can we upgrade the PMs in this? No. Oh, you know, maybe we can give some emergency relief. It won't do too much for us. Alright, so... I think maybe we will do another government admin. We only have one there anyway. So let's bump that up. And then, looking at our budget, I think it's time to add another construction sector. So we'll do a construction sector, the government admin, and then continue on the path. Continue on the path. Sounds good, sounds good. So I see there was a hotfix they released. Been such a busy morning that I haven't been able to check it. Oh! Hello, Anchovies. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Anchovies Bocarones. Oh, man, I love it. That's such a great screen name. I really appreciate the art of the screen name. Although I don't know if I'm really like aging myself by calling it a screen name. Someone said that to me once. And I was like, shut up, don't talk to me anymore. But I do appreciate a good screen name. Ah, David Jensen, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. Very much appreciated. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, hello. Okay, what's going on here? So, let's take a look at our motors company here. So, are we not utilizing motors enough? Oops, not that. So steel production is down quite a bit because we're not subsidizing it anymore. We have a surplus of this, but I have a feeling we could just we could use more railways, because then we could start using the PMs of the railways. So you know, I feel like my brain hasn't wrapped around this yet. I don't know why. Just the meaning the change of what the UI looks like. Okay. So Chiapas can use some more demand. Oh, you know, we could make those things more profitable too. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Because that's the thing, we could save some labor on stuff in these states that don't have a lot of stuff. Yeah, higher up in there. It'd be better if they hired up in here. Alright, but a little bit more demand there. Let's see. Where else could we do it? Where else could we do it? See, I wish I could just look at a list of the demand of stuff for these local goods. Yeah, so we could use another one here. Honestly, yeah, let's just... Is this the best thing to do? Probably not. Oh, not in Panama. And we'll wait till they hire that up. Now, do we want... this. No, because it's going to use less less engines. I want to use more engines. Okay, so we'll keep it on this one. We'll keep it on this one. But we will build what we're building right now, because we do need to increase that stuff, and then we'll get to it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so our munitions plants, and then we can start upgrading our military. Honestly, we need to start working on some universities. So we need to make sure this prosperity target number always stays above 75. But what do we have, like, horrible... Yeah, this trade center in Antioquia. Come on, New Granada. Start trading stuff. Yeah, we're just barely above the productivity. Okay. So this is moving up. Yeah, see, this company is just too small right now. They only have 6 of these. It would be nice if we could get this automotive industries. So let me remind myself which one that is again. Yeah, that's right, combustion engine. So we need to get through level 3 first. Well, we do... Okay, so we're going to do dynamite, rotary valve engine. Because we need the labor-saving PM. Then we're going through society so we can get to civilizing mission. And then we're doing steel frame buildings because we have a ton of steel, so might as well. And then human rights, just because it's human rights. So after human rights... oh, wait. Yeah, you know, getting to... I forgot. Getting to electrical generation would do a lot for us. Because we would use a ton of engines for all the electricity. Maybe we do that sooner than later. No. I want to get to civilizing mission. So we're going to go to electrical generation. Then we'll do human rights. And then, I mean, I'll reevaluate it once we get down there, but we'll probably try to finish out this level of the production queue and then get to combustion engine so that our company can start making automobiles. Hello, dynamite. All right. So, what is dynamite in our market? How are we doing on that? Where is it? Why can I never see anything? There we go. So we could use more. I think we only have the one plant at the moment. Yeah. So we'll do this. I think the problem is it makes it... Actually, it puts the price right in line. Okay. With the recent expansion in both the production and consumption of explosives in our country, there has been much debate on whether the military or the industrial sector should have priority. Yeah, I could... Ooh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, well... So we'll get more throughput in all that stuff. But I could actually kind of use it in the explosives right now. We're going to do it in the explosives. Because that'll give me just that much more explosives to work with without having to build another one. Yeah, look at that. Alright, so now in our market... Also, don't export it. For now. So plus 36. So what resources could we use more of? Iron. Our only iron place is here. I was going to ask for 64 more explosives. Oh, well this... Okay, they have it here. So let's do that. Make the explosives factory just that much more profitable. Alright, we're not getting any production here, but that's because we don't have a need yet. So let's start upgrading to skirmish infantry. We'll do them first, and then see what it does to our market. Yeah, how are the lead places doing? Oh, whoops, we're still building it. That's how they're doing. Oh, and it just finished. Hey, Dominic Voigt, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. Welcome in, welcome, welcome. Glad to see ya. Yeah, when are you guys going to start hiring? All right, excellent. There we go on that. Look at this. Prosperity target up to 75. Are they building anything, these private companies? Ugh, none of them are at the moment. Where did we have that lead? In Oaxaca. Yeah. We have plenty of people here. Plenty of people. Okay, so they have that. Yeah, what we could really use is a railway here. Add that to the list of railways at the end. Alright. Nicaragua. Why did I suddenly decide to build this in Nicaragua? I have no idea. Go figure. You know, the last stream was one of the ones at night. I do drink while I play. Maybe maybe I had too much to drink and I added this in there. That's my only explanation. Alright. Rubber discovered. This is going to be excellent for us at some point in time. More rubber. Call me the Rubber King. Okay. Well, I was going to say, should I give these guys... Oh, we have authority to add things. What can we give them here? Wait, what? Oh, monopoly rights. Sorry. Industry. Yeah, we don't want to add steel. I mean, we could give them a monopoly on motor industries, but it doesn't look like... Well... I don't know if I want to use 100 authority on that yet. Nothing yet. Although, you know, now that I think about it, now that we got that company, Isn't there the Fordlandia achievement? Have an automotive company establish a country that then reaches a GDP among the top 10 per capita. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe for a late game goal. I don't know if we are in a position for that yet, but eventually. All right, now in terms of expansion, I believe we don't have... Yeah, we don't have the truce with Mexico, but Mexico's built up their military a little bit. Yeah, that's why I started building up our military a little bit more. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got some Heavenly Kingdom. Alright. Oh, we got the formation of Canada. Always nice to see Canada on the scene. Alright, we can afford another construction sector. We can heavily afford it. That can't be what our budget is. That's why we really... I cannot wait to get to steel frame buildings. Oh, speaking of which, what are we doing? I don't think I've looked at the PMs in our urban centers in a while. Yeah, I didn't switch that. So, do we have enough glassworks yet? What do we have going on there? Ah, yeah, look at that. Okay. So let's, yeah, create a need for it. What are ceramics? We could use a little bit. What is the price of wood here? Do we have enough of it? Oh my god, we got plenty. Okay. Do we want to... Well, you know, somebody... Yeah, let's do it. Somebody using some of these dyes would be nice. Wait, are textile mills... I hope I'm not an idiot and haven't... Oh yeah, okay. They're just not using enough of it. Oh yeah, look at that. It's so hard to keep up with production methods sometimes. Alright. So, another construction sector? Yeah, don't mind if I do. Actually, hold on. I need to be careful here, because... Oh, we got plenty of peasants there. I mean, it might be worth it to start creating some construction in other places. Like, didn't, what do they got here? No. Yeah, we still don't have iron anywhere. That's the problem. But when we switch to steel frame buildings, we'll have steel. Let's see, have we moved up in the production rankings of steel at all? No, we moved down. Oh yeah, because we're not subsidizing anymore. See, we really need more here. Don't mess with me, New Granada. Let's see. Now, we could use some friends on the world stage here. I always forget where everything is in these diplomatic menus. Oh, Mexico would give us investment rights, is that it? Wait, so what happens if I do it from here? Oh, yeah, that's right. I demand it. Yeah. We're not going to do that. See, the problem is the U.S. was nice to us at one point. Now they are being jerks. Prussia, actually, was our friend. I think that's why the U.S. got all angry with us. The eyes of the electorate have turned to the candidates that seek to acquire a position. Jesus. Hello there. Shift work. Okay. The eyes of the electorate have turned to the candidates that seek to acquire a position at the head of government. As the election approaches, voters debate who would provide the best leadership for Central America. So... yeah, we're going to go with the Free Trade Party. Now, how about we try to... oh, look at that. But we give some steel to people. Like... a defensive pact. And we give you... oh, coffee? I would love to give you coffee. Maybe not that much coffee. Like, what about 50? No, not 150. Jesus. Okay. We'll give you 75. What is this? So add that, and then... oh, and dye? Yeah. I actually could really use some dye. Sales. I mean, it's going to be us buying it, but... like the government. But it will make dye a little bit more profitable. Improves relations by +1. Have a binding period of 5 years. Yeah, there's only a 5% chance they would accept it, though. See, what I would like to give you is steel. That's what I would like to give you. Because the thing is, Great Britain wants to take Panama from us. See, the problem with all this, though, is our market, we need to get more production on all this stuff. Like coffee... yeah, we don't have a lot to spare. I mean, we could import it, I guess. In collaboration with the Conservative Party, Felipe Araujo has secured a deal for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. Yeah, we'll do this. What's going on with our agitators? Jingoist. Whoa. And shell shock. Wow. Okay. So let's see. We could get plus 10% to the political strength if we make him the leader. Oh, we're not going to be able to do that, though. Because currently these guys are marginalized. We got to get them out of obscurity. We really do need some universities, actually. We've got the money for it. Where did we build all those paper plants? Paper mills, as they call them. So we have one in Panama, San Salvador, and Oaxaca. I know, I gotta look up how to pronounce that. San Salvador just doesn't have people. Now they got people. Oh, and they have a level 2 already. There's one here. And give us another one here. Who are they employing? Let's see. Who are the intelligentsia in our country? Yeah, so the academics. Alright. More construction time. Let's do 2 at this point. Man, I feel like building up your construction sectors in this new update is so much... I don't know if I want to say easier. I'll just say better. It's better. All right. So what do we build in? All right, more motors. Yeah, see, we do need human rights so we can get to multiculturalism. All right, what are we doing for laws here? Ah, Doza, hello. Hey, I really enjoyed your tutorial so far. Any plans for more? Hey, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, definitely plans for more. I enjoy making them. So, yeah, I just released a new one yesterday about companies. So now I'm kind of trying to find what the next one should be about. I have a couple ideas in mind, but just trying to think what the best one would be. I think it might be good at this point in time to kind of do like a, I don't know, like a new like beginner tutorial, or maybe not even beginner. I would like to make a tutorial focused on how you build up the construction sector. I was thinking about doing that before the update, and now with these trade centers, it makes building construction sectors, I think, a little bit easier, a little bit better. So maybe something like that, but I don't know. I'm not completely tied to one yet, but I'm definitely making one. See, this would be good for our intelligentsia. Yeah, there are gaps in the starting info. Definitely where I am at now. Your tutorials are great, but very in-depth and don't really show how things tie together. Yeah, basically something that extends the beginner guide in the wiki would be great. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. I mean... I think, you know, oh wait, let me read this. Supporters of Free Trade Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. Yeah, we can afford this. Yeah, I feel like a point I wish I had made in the company's tutorial that would have tied it into the World Trade and Trade Centers tutorial is that part of the reason why getting a company is so vital now is because you can give this trade rights charter. So you can see here. Oh, did we just... I think we just switched the executive. The company can start building trade centers. right? And so this company's in Guatemala, and they now... Where's the trade center in Guatemala? All right, hold on. Let me fix my government here. All right, yeah, we'll keep it that way. Let me just go to Guatemala. So now the steel conglomerate owns all 15 levels. Because they build... Because the steel conglomerate builds steel and iron in the trade center that they control, you get additional trade advantage on trading these two goods. Now the steel one, we're not getting trade advantage because we're the only exporter, so it's kind of moot for that. But so the idea is, when you're starting the game, to think about, like, what good are you going to go for? Like, which one are you going to try to build? And then look at the company that makes it. Like, and now you, because of prestige goods and everything, you could really just, like, pick anything. Like, what are the resources you have? Like, if you have a ton of cotton, then maybe you go for the textile consortium, right? And then you aim for that. You give them trade rights, let them build the trade centers, and then become a major exporter of clothing. Hey, Jack. Hello there. Thank you. Hey, man. Absolutely love the tutorials you've done. I appreciate it so much. Thanks. I really appreciate it because they're a lot of fun to do, but of course you make them and you're like, is anybody ever going to watch these things? So I love hearing that. Thank you. So, like, for us, when we started this run, every single one of our states has this trait, Central American Cordilleras, where we lose 10% state construction efficiency. So we started the run by going for the steel conglomerate of Guatemala because their prosperity bonus is plus 5% state construction efficiency. And so it's going to be hard for us to get the prestige good, because I really don't know if we're ever going to be in the top 3 producers of steel, but it doesn't matter, because as long as we stay prosperous, we get this, which means our country is kind of geared towards creating steel and everything around steel. And so that's kind of how the 2 videos would connect. I wish I had made that connection in the video I uploaded yesterday. Ooh, we get an extra agitator slot. Actually, that's going to be really beneficial. General Joaquin Escalon's personal habits are starting to get in the way of his work as a general. Is he good? He's a cocaine addict. No wonder. And he's got expensive taste. Yeah, you got expensive taste when you're a cocaine addict in 1881. So we're getting offense. Ooh, supply requisitions. That's pretty good. Reserved. Who do we have in the pipeline? Who could we replace him with? This guy would be good. Ooh, we could get this guy, give the industrialists a little bit more. Which one is he in? Oh, he's our defensive guy here. We could get a defensive strategist. Okay. Goodbye, cocaine addict. And let's take Diego Barrias, a petite bourgeoisie Democrat. Sounds good. Central America seems pretty difficult. You know, it has been a little difficult. I won't lie about that. But, I mean, generally, I like to play with small countries. So that's generally who I pick for streams of the game. They are difficult because of all the state construction inefficiency. But I think that this new update, the new trade update, really benefits small countries. And so I think that this isn't as difficult as it could have been if I had started it 2 weeks ago. So there is that. Right now, we're really aiming to create the Panama Canal Company. So we have to wait till we get to civilizing mission. I haven't played too many small countries while I'm learning this new update. I kind of have a minority opinion in the sense that I think it's better to learn the game on small countries. Like, I feel like it's at least for me, when I know when I first started this game, I found it very difficult to learn the game when you play with any of the great powers. And ooh, oh, this is going to be helpful. I'm going to use more motors. All right. Because you do something and you don't immediately see the effects of it. Okay, but I definitely like to play tall and expand more realistically, I guess you could say. Yeah, same here. I really like that. That's kind of what I enjoy doing. I've always said I think one of the best countries to learn the game is Congo. Now, this is a little bit different now because what made them good to start with is that they're isolationists, so nobody's messing with your economy. Although now, you know, you don't get to start with all of the trade stuff. But Congo, when they start, it's probably not the case right now. Yeah, they have a bunch of buildings. When you start, all you have is a single millet farm. And so that's all you're starting with. So you're really building an economy from the ground up. And what's also nice is, militarily, you're relatively safe. Nobody's going to mess with you until the mid-game. Portugal's pretty nice to you. So you really can just sit and, like, build a logging camp and then build a tooling factory and then see how they interact with each other and then build up from there. So generally, I always recommend people try Congo to learn the game. But now you got to work your way out of isolationism in order to use the trade centers and stuff. So I don't know. I might have to amend that recommendation. Oh, okay. So let's start making motors work for us here. See, the problem is we don't have enough of them yet. Well, let's take a look at the ones we have already. Yeah, you guys need to, like... I need you to build more. Well, let's start with making the shipyards start using them. Yeah, steamers. We'll do that. So it's going to get rid of all of our clippers. So we do that. We switch the fisheries. Oh no. To steam. And then... oh yeah, the ports. Yeah, there we go. And switch the ports to industrial. And so this should create more of a demand for the engines. Well, not so much. This, okay, the lead. You guys are killing me here with the lead. Why can you not keep people in your lead here? All right. So, I want to see more motor industries up here. What is going on with ya? Hey, Alexander Nakachunki, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Strella, loving your 1.9 tutorials in YouTube. Makes it less daunting to get back into the game after a long time of not playing. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for watching them. I'm glad they helped. Yeah, there's just so much of the game is so different now. And I think one of the cool things about this update is that so many people are like starting from scratch, you know? We're all kind of starting on a little bit more of similar ground. Biggest thing I struggled with this patch is knowing what I should be building next. It does make it a little difficult, right? Because now your trade centers are kind of filling in gaps automatically. And so, yeah, it's like, well, what do I really need? And not just spamming construction materials and changing my mindset. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to spam the construction materials anymore because now so much of it will be coming in here. I do think staying on top of trade capacity is very helpful. So building trade centers is a big deal. Now, I'm not building them as much because I have a company that's doing it. In fact, I really should give these guys trade rights. It's going to cost me 100 authority right now. But it will be helpful. It'll give us more trade advantage on these motor industries. So, yeah, let's do it. You guys can start building them too. But yeah. Like, what do I build? What do I build next, right? And why can this not hold employees? Come on, people. Get your act together. So the wages, we have a wage problem. We have a wage problem, but we have plenty of people. So the people are going to the job and then leaving it. Yeah, definitely. I always wonder why I'm not trading as much as I should be. Then realize I have no trade centers. Yeah, I know, right? Now you really need to, like, stay on top of that. It's like trying to stay on top of infrastructure, except even more dire and of the moment now. What in the what? Wait, oh my god, look at this. That means we were, for a moment, in the top 3 production of steel, and then immediately dropped down. I wonder what happened there for a moment. Sometimes it takes a few weeks for the building to start hiring. Yeah, I know. But the problem is they keep hiring and then losing the employees. So, yeah, maybe we get rid of some of these production methods and let them just do their thing. So let's see, April 17th, we should start hiring up again. No. I don't want to subsidize it, because we don't need 1,000,000 units of lead. Like, we just need 4. I suppose we could use the glass works, and then try to start exporting some glass. Why don't we do that? So let's add some lead in here, and let's start. We'll get rid of the tariff on the exports of glass, and then maybe we could just build the chain that way. In terms of how to promote export or promote import. Oh wait, Oh yeah, I'm definitely still trying to wrap my head around how I should be using the tariff system. Yeah, I mean, I think in the most basic of terms, like we just did here. So you want to add tariffs when you want to discourage. So if you want to discourage imports, put a tariff on the imports. If you want to discourage exports, put a tariff on the exports. If you want to encourage it, put a subvention on the imports if you want to encourage imports, and a subvention if you want to encourage exports. The other thing you can do too is everything starts with a very low tariff, so you could just go to zero subventions or zero tariffs to give a slight nudge toward either side. Problem is with the subventions, you're paying money for that, so they can really add up. Like you see here, we're paying 3.8k. On subventions of wood. What in the what? What are we doing? Is there a reason we need to be doing that? Yeah, we don't need that much. Okay, how about we won't do subventions. We just won't tariff you on the imports. Let's see. Representing his constituents in the armed forces, Sebastian Sevilla has issued a formal petition to the Central American government for censorship. Oh man, and we'll lose 8 approval. Let's slow down for a second here. I don't care so much about losing the military research, but 10% authority. So we're generating, so we'll lose 88.5. What are we on? We're on right of assembly. It'll give us additional stuff here. Yeah, look at that though. Negative 10% tech spread. I don't care. We're going to have to say no to it. Oh, wait. And we lose 15 legitimacy. Damn. So we're going to go to 71. Okay, well, we won't move down. Who is this? Maybe we can find a new person to put there. Slovene people are having a hard time getting employed in Honduras due to the prejudices of some Central American employers. 5% authority for 5 years? I don't know about that. We're gonna have to do that. After a chance meeting in a cafe and a thoughtful conversation, Marcelino Barrios has recommended that Victor Macena, currently residing in South America or Central America, be granted permanent residency. Ugh, no. I don't want you here. The populist base of the trade unions has turned against supporting foreign entanglements. Pressure from within has led the group to distance themselves from the anti... Oh, good. Alright, so we're a little over an hour, so I am going to take a very quick bathroom break, get myself some more coffee. So I'll be right back. And we're back, and we're back. Apologies about that. Coffee pot turned off, and I need to reheat the coffee. Oh, hey! But Amzi, hello. Thank you for the raid, too. Welcome. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. We are just back from a break. And we are keeping Central America cool. Oh, let me catch up here on chat. I'm definitely a huge fan of the update in DLC. It's amazing. Yeah, same. The negative text spread is a little rough. Yeah, and see, yeah, I know. I feel like this has. It's funny. Victoria 3 is going through a bit of a resurgence right now. There's so many more people playing it. Although there is a free weekend going, so that's part of it. But all of the reviews of the DLC have been wonderful, and rightfully so. I think it's been great. Let's see. Hello, are you playing the new patch from today? Yes, yes I am. Yeah, we're on the using the hotfix from today. Welcome in, by the way. Welcome in, El Loco. But yeah, I started this up after they released that 1.9.3 hotfix. I didn't get a chance to look at the dev diary yet, though, so I don't know exactly what it was they added in. But I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it is. Let's see. So, oops. So that's the steel conglomerate. So the motors hasn't actually built any trade centers yet. Yeah, nice to see more people playing the game. Yeah, definitely, right? It's always nice. Hopefully it means the game will be supported for years to come. I feel like, yeah, I hear people like before this talk about that, and I feel like there's like a base game set from Paradox that are just going to be supported no matter what. And I think it's the games that go in their timeline. So Crusader Kings into Europa Universalis into Victoria 3 into Hearts of Iron 4. I feel like those 4 games, I don't think they're ever going to like abandon any of them because they're so tied together in terms of timeline. And I feel like they're just the flagship game sets of the company. Plus they're made by the company. They come from Paradox Development Studio. I mean, I know everybody got burned by Imperator Rome, but I feel like those 4 games are like the main base set. I would be very surprised if any of them ever got abandoned. But I agree, though, it does mean that maybe more resources get sent over to Victoria 3 now that so many people are playing it. Alright, so we're getting our railways. So this should start getting start kicking our motors company in the butt a little bit. Yeah, look at that. There we go. They're still not building enough, though. I need you to build a little bit more, guys. Now, let's... Oh, wait, something got added. Banana plantations. Oh! They did add something. Okay, good. Yeah, but it's still not building the cash reserves. I don't like that very much. Okay. So. Now I think we can start thinking about maybe expansion a little bit. But where to? I mean, there is Mexico. We did just expand the military quite a bit. So let's see where we are with that. Oh, actually, we could use another general here. I could promote that dude, but it's best to have 2 at least. Although nobody particularly helpful here. So... yeah, I guess we can go for this guy. Marcelino Martinez. Now, I do like to have... whoa, these guys got 40 now? Did I not expand? Oh, I didn't expand these guys. That's actually what we should do. Where do we have the artillery foundries? In Guatemala, yeah, of course. Next time I should just, like, split Guatemala off and just play as them. Okay. And we have arms industries where... so I think we'll put... so I'd like to get these guys up to 40. So do 5 more here. And then we'll build 10 more of the cannons in Guatemala. And that'll get us up to 40 here. Yeah, I do have conscripts. I didn't reset them. In the last episode we had a big war with New Granada and Mexico, and I had enlistment efforts set. When the war was done, I ended the enlistment efforts, and it kind of messed up all of my conscripts. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to fix that. And then, of course, I got distracted and come back to it. So we should fix that up now. So we're going to have 40 in each for now. Let's see. So Guatemala, I would like to add their conscripts here because they have the artillery. Where are the 4? Oh, upgrade everybody. That's right, I forgot. In the new patch, the conscripts don't upgrade. Okay, so we can do 13. So let's do 7 and 6. And so we have 7, 10, 13 more. Well, then I guess we'll add them here. Seven. Now, I would like to create... I always like to also have a defensive army. Maybe we'll base this one in Mexico, because we have the people here, so we'll kind of base them there. So this will be our first National Guard. We'll start with one general for now. Forested areas. Oh yeah, but we don't want to hit to recovery rate in the National Guard units. The morale loss is helpful. Supply requisitions is always nice, so... yeah, we'll take this guy, Fernando Estrada. And we'll just start with infantry. Now, we might need to expand this a little bit. But we'll start with 20 units, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. And then we'll go from there. In fact, I do like to keep conscripts in the National Guard unit, to be honest, so we'll do that. So what does that do for us here? Look at our military. Hello, hello, hello. So we actually can now kick it with Mexico. They're ranked like one above us. The only thing I don't like is the US doesn't like us. But if we went to war with Mexico, we could definitely get them in. I would like to just start generally taking land. Actually, I forgot. What I would like to do is take the Yucatan Peninsula, take Veracruz, and then subjugate them. But I do want those military units finished first. And we're going to need more arms industries. And we'll build them here. Oh, we got to look at some infrastructure there. In Guatemala. So do we need employment? Oh, that's right. So yeah, let's go to that first. We can finish the one in Nicaragua and then go to that. Slovene people are being attacked and killed by some members of the Central American people in Honduras. Man, the Slovene people are really facing it in Central America here. Jeez. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I believe it did. You know, I can't say for sure. I don't remember now, to be honest with you, if it happened. Ah, it must have. Yeah. Yeah, I find one of the first offline runs I did with the game was the United States. And it's crazy, the U.S. Civil War happens very, very soon now. Like, within the first 5 to 10 years of the game, you're in the Civil War. Interesting how the U.S. hasn't beaten back Mexico fully. I know, right? I find that surprising too. In fact, New Mexico they took because I joined them into my war to take this. Very interesting. Who's the president? Who's responsible for this? Alexander McClernand. Alexander McClernand. Alright. Oh, yeah. So, what are we doing with laws? How's our... Yeah. Proportional taxation would be nice. Oh, we have an extra agitator slot. Who can we get here? A utopian. Problem is, you are an intelligentsia and have, like, no power in our country. Well, what does this guy got? As an agitator, political movement pop attraction would join the modernization movement. Well, these guys are kind of happy right now, other than children's rights. So we got this radical. He's not going to do much for us. Rudolf von Goblintz. Okay, so we get some pop attraction to the liberal movement. See, the problem is I don't want to get off of National Guard. And what about the trade unionist? Oh, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rotary valve engine. We're going to do that next. We'll get some activism on the labor movement. Oh. Yes, this will be helpful. Ow, yeah, this will be helpful. We can get a better taxation law. We might have to do some welfare, though. Okay, so maybe we'll get this guy. Get us a little bit more activism on the labor movement. Help us maybe start passing that law. Christophe Lecointe. Christophe Lecointe. Get us better taxes, buddy. That's your mission. Should you choose to accept it. Oh, yeah, so now our rotary valve engine. I need to pay attention to my movements more. They're so helpful for getting good laws. I know if you can really start to, what would you call it? I don't know, manufacture your country into what you need it, if you can really move the movements around. I actually have a video about political movements that I made. I mean, I'll say a while back. It's actually just like maybe a couple months ago. But this update makes everything before the update seem like so long ago. Yeah, but political movements are really helpful if they work in your favor. They're also annoying as hell if they're working against you. All right, furniture, tooling, paper, steel. Motors, arms. Okay. See, the thing is, we need all this labor saving stuff. We'll not do it here, because we just need people. It does, yeah. Totally feels like a different game. It's such a different game now. It's so true. In the best way. And it's so funny. I mean, I think the devs deserve a lot of credit, because I loved the game before the update. For me, it wasn't something that felt like it was lacking. And then with this update, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I was kind of missing all this stuff. So let's do that. The motor industries. Maybe we'll wait on that, because I don't want to ruin their production, their productivity. Paper mills. Yeah, do it anyway. Save. The steel mills. Yeah, I don't want to mess with them either. The tooling workshops. Yes. And use more steel. Don't mind if I do. Alright. So we'll see how that does with people. Oh god, we lost another... What's wrong with the cavalry? Ooh, a surveyor. Okay. Minus 10% recovery rate. So, Lorenzo Escalon. That's going to be our guy. I definitely wonder what the next major update will overhaul. I feel they could do a little more with politics. Yeah, that is true. I have a feeling, though, that... Oh, we're having input shortages in our barracks. I have a feeling it's going to be something to do with the military. Only because in this last update, they did a massive update to trade, but they did a little update to the military. But a lot of the stuff they changed for the military was actually pretty big. And so, it makes me feel like they're setting themselves up for what the next update will be. And so, if I had to put my money on it, I think it would be that. But I feel like every update has, like, the big thing they change, and then something that's smaller but significant. So maybe it'll be, like, a big change to military, and then a small thing to politics. Munitions. So how are our munitions plants doing? Guatemala having a hard time hiring. Yeah, or military. A lot of the negative reviews are people who want better military mechanics. Yeah, I think generally it's always going to be an uphill battle for people's reviews of the game based on military because of the system they chose. I feel like I'm in the minority in that I really like the military system in this game because I think it makes very good sense for this game. I mean, I don't think that this should be the system in every game, but I think it makes a lot of sense for this game because this military system is all about how you supply your military. And I think a lot of people kind of miss that aspect of it. This game for military is all about setting your generals up with the best possible situation they can have. And so it's about providing for supplying the military and keeping them supplied. Which makes sense for a game like this that's all about your economy. I personally don't mind the military system. I don't want individual troop movements. Yeah, exactly. Me too. First of all, everyone always wants unit stacks, and that's fine in other games. I don't necessarily need it here, and at the same time, I mean, this is a unit stack. You have a stack of 40 units. Like, how is that different than seeing a list of 40 listed units that you're moving around? I mean, that's basically what this is. But I think it's kind of cool because it does highlight something that other games are missing with their military stuff. Like if you're playing Civilization and you send a unit halfway around the world, it still costs you like 1 gold coin to maintain them, which doesn't really make sense. The further out you send somebody, the more it should take to supply them. And so here, like if I'm sending an army over to French Senegal, the more what do you call them, sea nodes you pass through, the more convoys you need in order to keep them supplied. And vice versa, if I'm fighting French Senegal who's sending troops over here, if I can raid the supply chain of that army, they lose offense and defensive score. And so that's what the game is about, how you keep an army supplied and how you maintain it. The only thing that I think could be cool is a more simplistic Hearts of Iron 4 style frontline system. Okay. I don't know Hearts of Iron 4 as much. I bought it on the last sale, and so I need to get into learning how to do it, but then this update came out and that went out the window. So I don't know that game as well. I've watched a couple videos, I've watched some people play it, I've turned it on a couple times, but I'm not very well versed in it at the moment. Though I want to be. I would like to continue right where I leave off here and go right into Hearts of Iron. Where you can draw your front line for each unit, which could also be a fix for the front lines sometimes being weird. Well, that was supposed to be one of the big updates. Here's the frontline system. My runs, I haven't gotten into major wars yet. So I haven't been able to fully dive into it. Honestly, I think that might be what one of my next tutorial videos will be about the military. Because I've done a couple videos on military already, but they've changed a couple significant things about military, like how it now affects your organization instead of your morale when you get like supply chain issues, which is a big change. Alright, so once we finish this university, we're on to the barracks. How are we doing here? More trade centers in Guatemala. Keep it coming. Ooh, trade advantage here means somebody else is exporting it. The French. Oh, look at that. The third highest production is France with 599. We're not that far off from it. My only little gripe with the current system is how the front lines are connected in some places where I feel it doesn't make sense. For example, on the Russian-Ottoman border, the front lines are connected across the Black Sea. Oh, yeah. See, yeah, that was one of the things they said they were trying to do to make them simpler is the front lines will kind of jump to connect instead of creating two different front lines. But that's interesting, a front line across the Black Sea. I haven't done enough with the military over here yet to see that. I guess that would be kind of weird. But I think, well, that's the thing they said, though, is going to make the game have less front lines. So say you have a front line here and a front line here, where before these would be two different front lines. You got to send two different armies there. Because they're so close, now it would just be one big front line like that. So in theory, that's what it's supposed to be. But I gotta play around with it a little more myself. Alright. Okay, so we have munitions now. You know, we also should be upgrading, or not upgrading, but expanding our Navy. We can definitely use more. Oops. So let's add some more in. I want this to be... We're going to use all light ships here, because I want this to be the guys that escort our convoys. Although I love the face... Or I love the fact you can set different strategic objectives for each army. Now, I love that so much. I really love that. I used to set strategic objectives all the time, so the fact that I can do it for a single army now is so great. Because it's really great whenever you're fighting Russia, you always want to naval invade over here and have a landing army just start going across Russia, occupying unprotected incorporated states. So I would always set a strategic objective somewhere over here to keep this army going that way, but it would affect my armies here because they would also start going that way when maybe I want them to go this way. So now I can just set my landing party to have a strategic objective out here to make sure they just keep moving west. It's so helpful. In light of the devastation suffered by states like Nicaragua, the Conservative Party have campaigned on uniting Central America in this trying time behind traditional values. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to give you guys more. Man. But they're probably going to win this election. Alright, so we need to get these guys building more motor industries, and I think the problem is we have the demand here. Now we have that features. It's crazy to me that we couldn't do it before, right? There's a couple things like that now where it's like, oh man, how did we get by without that before? You know, this update made me think I want to try a run at some point. I don't know if this is a streaming run or just an offline run, where I load the game up how it launched, no DLC, and just like version 1.0, just to remind myself of like where it was at that point. Because after a while, it's hard to remember what came and what update and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I think that would be an interesting run. Where did the game start? I'm also now really excited for the flavor packs that are going to be released later in the year. There's going to be one for this area right here. I can't wait to do a Serbia run. And then the Iberian Peninsula. And so seeing what they got for Portugal. I also, now that the front lines have been fixed, and there's not going to be a million of them, I really want to try an India run now too. Because man, when war would break out, it was a nightmare with all of the different front lines that would pop up. So that'll be fun to go to. The ongoing election has drawn attention to the platform of the various contending parties across Central America. The electorate debates which party is worth trusting with the next term of government. We want the Free Trade Party. Still not going to be enough, though. Yeah, super excited for Spain, right? Exactly. Because Spain has so much potential. Just in terms of, like... I think what's cool about Spain is, in terms of the great powers, they're, like, one of the weakest ones. So you can play as a great power, but not be, like, France or Great Britain. So Spain is always fun. I always think Spain is fun to take in multiplayer campaigns because of that. And then, I've never fully tried a Portugal one, but you're starting off as, like, pretty significant power, but you only got to deal with 3 states. That's my kind of run. It's going to be pretty fun as Russia or the Ottomans trying to influence the countries that break away from Austria. Yeah, because now you really can stick it to Austria. I love role-playing as Spain and rebuilding their power. Oh, that is fun. That would be fun. I've never done a full dive into that. And now, after they announced what they're releasing this year, I've really held off playing as Spain until that update comes out for that reason. As, of course, just before the game's timeline, they pretty much collapsed. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what the whole Colossus of the South thing is based on. Spain has collapsed, everybody is now independent, and now you're dealing with the Age of Caudillos. We had to deal with that at the beginning of this run with Central America, too. Alright, we build these barracks. I think we are doing road maintenance here. Yeah, we just need to get this turmoil down. What is with the turmoil? I mean, you guys are highly accepted. Yeah, you have very high acceptance. Are they still... Do we still have recently conquered? No. Alright. Conservative Party 1. So we're still barely in legitimate government, so we'll stay there. We can afford more health system, but how close are we to... Oh, we're doing civilizing mission now. Nope. Yeah, because we're going to need to get to, like, 1,000... 1,000 bureaucracies. So, actually, we should start focusing on that now. Ooh, threshing machines. Hell yeah. We need this labor-saving PM. What I love about Victoria 3 is, while not every country has flavor, you can have some pretty unique runs as every country. Yes, I fully agree with that. I don't understand sometimes, like on the Reddit, when I see people say like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while, actually, I should say that, but people are like, oh, the game is just repetitive, it's the same thing over and over. And I'm like, then pick a different country. Because I find every country, yeah, like you said, has its own unique situation going on. Every country is you have to play a little bit differently than the other ones. So yeah, highly agree with that. I sometimes just like kind of open up the game in a country just to see what their situation is at the start. You know, I thought I had more. You know, we don't have a lot of farms, it looks like. Oh, wait. Yeah, we got a lot of, like, singles. Alright, well, saved a little bit of labor. Ooh, secular students sometimes use their native language in Central American schools. Some have called for teachers to penalize the use of these languages, forcing children to speak the official language of Central America. I would like to not have as much radicalism. We'll go with that. Yeah, exactly. Pick a different country, or just go for on a different route. Some games I don't even liberalize. Yeah, I actually this is something I want to do a video on at some point. It's just not really a tutorial video, but like, what is Victoria 3? And I feel like I think the thing people kind of forget is the way I like to describe the game is there's no point to Victoria 3. Like, there's no point. And what I mean by that is there is no inherent objective. The game isn't trying to steer you toward anything at all. And what made me think about this is I used to see posts where people would be like, oh, so this game is just about socialism, huh? This is socialism, the game. The game is pushing you towards socialism. And I would see an equal number of posts where people were like, oh, so this is just capitalism, the game. Like, the game wants you to be capitalist. And I'm like, both of those things can't be true at the same time. And I think the truth of it is that there's no inherent objective to the game. And like, point in case, there's no winning condition. Like, there's no way to win this game. There's a way to lose it. There's a game over screen. But there's no way to win the game. And so you set the goals yourself, whether consciously or subconsciously. And so when people are always like, oh, it's just about capitalism, you're just going straight towards capitalism, it's like, yeah, that's because all of these little events that pop up, all the little things you do, subconsciously you're always going for that. That's what you want to do. So try to make a conscious decision to just try to do something different and see what happens. Because there's no inherent goal to the game. Like a lot of games, like you look at Civilization, they give you victory conditions, right? Like there's a way to win the game. But there's no winning condition here. So just pick a country and make a goal for yourself. That's why I love achievement hunting in the game. Sometimes, if I can't decide what my objective is, I'll just pick an achievement and go for it. I didn't pick an achievement to go for this run, because this is the first run in the new update. So really, I'm just trying to, like, figure things out. I really need these guys to chill the hell out. Even Hearts of Iron 4 has the focus trees, yeah, which forces you down the path you choose. Yeah, exactly, right? It kind of is directing you in a way. This one, you really just do it on your own, whether you realize you're doing it or not. Let's see. We don't have any standard of living below any expectations. I guess in general. I guess some people do. $153K from decreases in standard of living. $290,000 have standard of living below minimum expected. Yes, the lower strata here are paying a lot of taxes. They're paying 21.5% of their income in taxes, whereas middle class is 17. Oh my god. So the lower classes are paying 21.6% in taxes, and the upper class are paying 5.7% in taxes. What does that sound like? It's time to eat something. Something or other. A lot of people try to get to be a super powerful country in this game. I prefer more plausible history for a lot of countries. Yeah. See, yeah, I love it. Exactly. You could try to, like, recreate history or just, like, slightly alter history. You could try to go for, like, the crazy situations, right? I think that's the thing, is, like, you have to set the goal for yourself. And everybody has a different, preference on that. I, too, like to try to keep things... I like to try to keep countries somewhat historical, but take a small country and just make them like as powerful and as big as I can. Taking a small country like that. I guess I kind of like the excitement of seeing how big, how great you can make somebody, right? Like, I had a stream with Paraguay, where I forget, I think we ended 5th in the world as a great power. So I do get a kick out of being able to do that. But not, not like trying to keep the cheesing to a minimum. I find some of the cheese in the game a little annoying. Which is why I'm glad they nerfed the corn laws and the market liberal landowner. Because that was always kind of an annoying one, personally. Even though I did utilize it when it popped up and became available. I mean, I didn't always go for the corn laws, but if they popped up on their own and that market liberal guy wants to come in, then sure. So look at this. We are... Like, we had 3 months where we were... in the top 3 of production. I wish I could just see it once, so I could feel a sense of pride in it. Every time I look, we're like down a 10th. Yeah, look at this. Man, France must have had a revolution the last time we looked. Because they were at like 500 production. See, this is the thing about... I don't think we're ever going to really get refined steel. I don't know if our production's ever really going to get up there. Unless we, like, completely overtook Mexico. Which, by the way, we're almost there. Let's take a save real quick. We haven't saved yet. Oh, nice. Okay, we'll fix that in a moment. So... don't have a rivalry with Mexico. Ooh, can we get involved in this? Ask for transfer states. What in the... What? Hold on. So who's revolting? Oh, the home counties. But that's only 21 battalions. So they have the Netherlands on their side. So we could take North Cameroon or British Congo. I mean, I always love a good old Congo. Let's see what they have in British Congo. Not much there. I can't even see where it is. Oh, right there, right there. Okay, they're landlocked. What about North Cameroon? Oh, I see here. Yeah, these places are all landlocked. But we've got 30,000 people here. Is this worth getting into? Honestly, I might just take an obligation. Is this a war worth getting into? What are the war goals? I mean, they are going to crush this. I feel like, yeah, we take the obligation. I don't even think we need to send any soldiers. You know, maybe we could take over here to help them out, but yeah, let's get that obligation. Keep your landlocked states. Although, I don't know. Do I want to take those? It's either landlocked. And we don't have colonization set yet. Though if we took British Congo, we could start expanding out. What kind of... This is a tough one. Do we want the obligation? Or do we want the land? I think we want the obligation. With this new treaty system, I kind of want to try seeing how good an obligation would be for us. Alright, let's get in on this. Maybe we could use an obligation to get some type of military alliance with them. And then really start going gung-ho on things. Oh boy. Obligate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good call there. I almost forgot. The Mosquito Kingdom. Give me that land. Or actually, and... Oh, yeah. I wish they would have given me that war goal. Because I would like to take the rest of Guatemala. But yeah. Oh, wait. They refused our support. Oh, because all those other guys joined in. Well, why don't you give me the Mosquito Kingdom? Well, poop on you guys. Oh, wait. Now that Belgium is joining in, Now suddenly you want my help. Yeah, damn. See, I want the... Although now I realize the opponent, Radical Britain, borders us. But no, let's get that obligation. All right. So to start, I think we'll just do the main army. I mean, the cavalry would be good to just overtake and take the land, but at least the main army, we can keep it mobilized for defensive purposes if need be. Now, let's take a look at our mobilization options. We got plenty of sugar, plenty of tobacco, and, well, not plenty of liquor. So, the main army, let's take liquor off. You know, how are we on groceries? We got 33. So, in terms of just mobilizing the one, we'll add that in. And we won't call the conscripts. I just have a feeling they're not going to really send people here. I mean, I guess we are taking their land. Oh, and what side... You know, I haven't thought about this in a while. What side of the continent are these guys on? Okay, good. Over here. Man, we need to build this canal. Wait, are we not using any C nodes? I find that interesting. Poop on a stick there. God, this is like turning into like World War I here. Wow. You guys don't want to sway me over at all? Alright. Alright, we're a little over 2 hours right now, so we're going to take a quick bathroom break, get some more water. Hang tight. Be right back very, very quickly. Be right back. All right, and we are back. We are back. We are back. Okay. So, man, this is going to be a massive war. What are the laws that they're changing? Yeah, presidential republics. They're trying to overthrow the monarchy. You're going to try to overthrow the namesake of the game? Look, she's like 66 years old now. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. That's why we're siding with her. Yeah, let's bump up the military wages here. Maybe take an extra tax. Oh, let's speed it up a little bit. Let's do that. All right. So who is this? Tell me. Oh, they're going to West Borneo. Yeah, you go there. Nobody needs to be going over here, right? Ah, the Guatemala front. Okay, well, 7. Okay. Oh, no. Where's this guy going? Okay, not us. Hey, Britain's sending us some... Okay, thanks, guys. Man, there's fronts everywhere. It really is turning into like a world war. Now, we're not going to really be able to naval invade. Although we could try to use the new the new feature of the game to get... What do they call it? Like military rights, military access. Is that what they call it? Yeah, military access. But Mexico's going to be like, hell no. We don't like you. But it's a good thing we're currently working on these 2 arms industries. Oh, look at this. We've got some prestige artillery. Now, this should get our munitions plants in here. Matthias, hey, thank you for the subscribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. You know, we're just battling radical Britain, you know, as you do. How are you not profitable? All right. War is upon us. So the main army, we got our guys set up. We could probably use some more groceries for our mobilization options. Where do we have most of the maize farms? Guatemala. Everything is in Guatemala. I gotta spread things out here. Where do we have people? Honduras has a little bit. Nicaragua's got no one. Yeah, these are like the only 2 states that have people. Oh yeah. Central America versus the United States, and we're winning. Well, I don't think the U.S. sent their A-team over to us. What is the cost of grain here? Oh, well, they already have. Yeah, are we utilizing everything? Okay, well, let's add another level then. Oh. This might be helpful. Who is our current leader of the landowners? Just a moderate. Oh. Yeah, I forgot we got this guy. Man, I'd love to get rid of this guy. You're absolutely useless to me. Oh. Yes, yes, let's do this. This will help with the radicalism, too. But we're getting some help from our movements. All right. All right, what do we got going on here? A railroad accident in Oaxaca only narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer who perished in the crash. Only a few people died, but the wreckage will still take some time to clear. Yeah, let's give some strength to the trade unions. We could use them. Oh, I always forget. Now we're sending... Okay. Oh yeah, go over there. Oh, I forgot. We don't need to... For some reason I was thinking we would have needed to naval invade here, but I forgot. You can go through Great Britain. So, we have taken British Guatemala, which is nice because now anybody coming after us will have to naval invade us. So actually, we should activate these guys. To just keep them on standby in case there's any shenanigans on the home front. We're gonna have to raise taxes a little bit here. Maybe we can sell a building. Can we finally sell something? Yeah, let's sell an arms industry. There we go. That got us some monies. Monies. Oh yeah, how about a textile mill in Nicaragua? That'll give us 150. You know you guys want it. No? Alright, how's our companies doing here? Motors. Man, why? Yeah, okay. So let's utilize this a little more. Okay, so that levels out the price a little bit. Good. Yeah, let's make sure in these little ones, yeah, we're not adding production methods. All right. Hey, how come it says, oops, we're the ones who took that. All right, where did our army go? Where'd you guys go? Now you're fighting over here. I mean, I should probably bring them back home. I hope this means, though, you guys think highly of us now. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So this is going to be helpful. How much longer for civilizing missions? Oh yeah, so 23 months. So we wanted to start working on civilizing missions. If we want to go to the next production method in our government admin buildings, we would need, oh yeah, we're going to need telephones, so no. So we just need, we're going to need more of them. We're also going to need to decrease some of the institutions. Maybe we get rid of home affairs. The liberal movement will like it. Dan H, hey, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. Get rid of the police force. This would give us 86 additional. See, the problem is we gotta get to 1,000. That's a lot. Oh, where am I going here? That was the last room. Look at this, we got a couple more months. Oh, are we... Finally, I can see ourselves in the top production. Not a... Oh. Yeah. Wait, what? Central America's production ranking for steel is in the top 3. It says we are right now. Ambitious middle strata citizens are opposing proportional taxation on the grounds that when they inevitably become wealthy capitalists, they will be excessively taxed. Man, I always love this one because it just reminds you things never change. Tax cuts for 2 years. +3 minimum expected for the middle strata. We can actually afford that. I'd rather not get the tax cuts. So we'll do that. Okay, yeah, so what's going on here? Central America. Production ranking for steel's in the top 3. But it isn't. First of all, how are we not a significant producer? How much are we producing? 556. Huh. What am I not seeing about this? Central American production ranking for steel. I mean, is this a bug? Or is there something I'm not getting? Is in the top 3. Oh man, Prussia has taken so much of our exports, and now we're not exporting any. Wow. Okay. That's not good. Oh, there we go. We're back. We've got a lot of trade advantage. Oof. I wish I could prevent Prussia from exporting it. Although I guess part of the problem is there's not a lot of people looking to buy it. Alright. this war is won. I think we can disband the main army. Where are you guys now? Yeah, let's demobilize you. Save some money. Keep the National Guard going. Oh yeah, and let's put you in Central America, not Mexico. Hey, WTM35. Hi, I send my respects from Turkey. Hello. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by and watching along. Always good to have somebody from Turkey. Diego Castellanos has suddenly died while drafting legislation for the proportional taxation law. Who is this guy? Our president died? Whoa. So we've got a new president. Let's take a look. Victoriano Rosales. A reformer. So we're getting some authority, but it looks like it probably wasn't as much as the Alaska guy gave us. We had a lot of influence. Okay. And so, I think we have property to women already. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can start really pushing the export of motors. Yeah, we're like the main exporters right now. How come we're getting such bad trade advantage? From embargoes? Oh, Mexico's has an embargo on us. Okay. Yeah, we don't have interests in the main places. Well, wait though. We have interests here. Oh, the main one is Spain. We need an interest there. God, I wish we could get more interests. Honestly, we really should start just spamming railroads. Because I could really use the railroad PM. Yeah, look at that. I think I'm going to do that. Is this the right thing to do? I mean, I don't really know, to be honest with you, but... yeah, we'll do it in the places that have full employment. All right. Well, we're working towards refined steel. Okay, so now we're not in the top 3. It was better when we weren't even on the list. I don't really know what the deal with that is. A deadly fire has killed many workers in Honduras due in part to dangerous working conditions and locked emergency exits. Jesus. It has been revealed that Sebastian Sevilla, a prominent member of the armed forces, is the owner of the now scorched factory. Well, that's not good, buddy. Ooh, he'll be removed as the leader of the armed forces. So he's given them political strength. So he's given them a lot of political strength. I don't mind that so much. But 5% of lower strata pops being radical. I mean, having a reformer in the main party is not so bad, because I feel like we might end up getting like a traditionalist or something like that. I think we'll keep them. Members of the Central American British Association have discreetly dispatched one of their number to amplify their mission in Central America's most widely read newspaper. So who's in this? Petite bourgeoisie and intelligentsia. We'll lose 5 legitimacy. What do we got there? We can afford it, but it would be nice if we had more of it. Yeah, I think we'll do this because we can afford to lose 1 from the petite bourgeoisie. I'd rather not lose all that legitimacy. You know. Law progressed to study. All right. Oop, what is happening with my mouse? Okay, there we go. Good. I feel like this has to be a bug. I don't know how it calculated us as being in the top 3. Where do we rank in production of motors? Like, look at this. We're number 4, and we could use a lot more production. Like, why are you guys not building more? I guess because we can't hire. Okay, so, like, what's going on in Honduras here? I need you to hire up in this. Alright, well, I guess it is now. See, we could get rid of some of this agricultural stuff. Like, we don't need 10,000 people making banana plantations. Especially since, like, I think we're fine on fruit. Yeah, we're very fine on fruit. Wonder how much it would cost for us to nationalize this. 100K. How much are we in debt? Alright, let's do that. Nationalize that. I mean, I don't know. Oh, sell it. Yeah, because part of the problem in Honduras... Oh, well, they do have the peasants. Alright, get rid of that. Yeah, that was probably a dumb move. They have... I should have checked. They have the people. They just don't have the need. I need to... Yeah, so we're building another level. Yeah, I think we really just need to get a ton of railways going to really spark some of this. What am I doing in terms of the trade? Yeah, no tariffs, so... I'm paying a lot for coal subventions. Do we need that? I think I might take the subvention off that. Import it, and although I shouldn't have to. I have people to work coal mines here. So let's do that. Build 2 more. And build me 2 more of that. And maybe let's get their railway up and running. Alright, the political wills and desires of the lower classes will always remain an opaque matter. For whatever reason, support for proportional taxation has spread like wildfire across Central America, spurred on by charismatic speakers in lively debates in small-time social clubs. Ooh, 20% of the lower strata becoming more loyalist. We will take that, thank you. Don't mind if I do, and I will. Okay. I gotta keep reminding myself what we also need to add in. We need more government admin if we're gonna get the Panama Canal. We're just gonna need to add like 1 everywhere, except for Panama, because they have like no people. You know, maybe Costa Rica doesn't need one either. And then we are going to need to expand the paper mills. Yeah, so build another one there. Guatemala, so you're not hiring the one you have, it looks like. Why? Why? They preferred if it was hand assembly. No, we need labor-saving PMs here. Oh. Yeah, we can boost the paper here. So let's start utilizing the PMs there. Alright, so we've got plenty of paper now. Ooh, I would like 2 more construction sectors, get us at an even 100. Alright, good, yeah. Build more motors. The more levels you got, the more prosperity target we can get. Do these guys own any trade centers yet? No. Oh, let's check what that obligation from Great Britain can get us now. An alliance. Maybe a 70% chance. How about an alliance for like 15 years? Not a bad one to have. And then Any chance we could add in trade privileges? 15% chance. Well, what if I give you trade privileges as well? Yeah, 40% chance. And oh, hey, typical anime girl. Hello, hello. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Hello, friend. I was actually going to raid you at the end of this one. That was my plan. So you beat me to it. Welcome, welcome. How'd your run go? I hope well. I hope well. You know what? Let's not complicate it. I want this alliance first and foremost. And we get a 70% chance if we do this. So let's do the alliance. The Treaty of Gloucester. Though because of bugs, it's not actually going to be called the Treaty of Gloucester if it gets passed. The upper strata have decided to donate generously to the poor. Oh, hold on. Yes, okay. We have an alliance with Great Britain. It is on like Donkey Kong, people. Going good so far. Just can't seem to bully America no matter how many allies I get. Which country are you? Are you Mexico? Is that why you're trying to bully America? The upper strata have decided to donate generously to the poor. Many among them even advocate for the proportional taxation law, agreeing that it would be a fair means of redistributing wealth. Ooh, I do like that. I do like it. Yeah, let's do that. I am Mexico. I have fully stopped their manifest destiny, but I just can never go on the offensive. Yeah. I hear ya. Kind of like the Mexico here. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what it was with the last update, but there's been some changes to the US in the game. I was saying earlier, my first offline run with the new update was with the United States, and I feel like the Civil War breaks out so quickly. It's interesting. All right. We're randomly getting closer to refined steel. Don't really know why. Oh, you never saw Civil War and they still have slavery. Wow, okay. Interesting, interesting. I feel they should be punished the longer they have that. I know, right? Like, if you're an unrecognized country, like, it hurts you to gain recognition by having slavery. So yeah, you think, like, by a certain point, people should start attacking the U.S. to abolish slavery, but I don't think that ever really happens. So what's being built here? Logging, tooling, motors. I guess what would also be nice at this point let me take a save here. Maybe it's time to make our move on Mexico. I feel at least embargo or just in general the U.S. internal turmoil should cause it. Yeah. See, that's the thing. In the runs I've done, there's been internal turmoil to secede. The pro-slavery movement is so quick to be like, peace out, people. So they are the 12th ranked, and we're the 15th. Because they have so many conscripts. So I want... Ooh, well, I would like to get that forced nationalization. But I also want land. So I want the Yucatan. Nobody's gonna help them? Okay. So force a diplomatic play. Because we also want Veracruz. Although that does put us here. Oh, wait. No. This is not... I want to subjugate them. Hold on. I picked the wrong option in this. What I want is to subjugate them. Oh, gotta have a good rest of your... Oh, there. Oh, wait. I think I didn't scroll down stream. All right. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the raid. Good, and appreciate a good lurk. So, thank you, friend. Oh, right. Wait, I can't do that. What was I thinking? I'm so stupid sometimes. Yeah, they're like a higher rank than me. The hell was I thinking? Alright. That's why. Now, of these two states, yeah, Veracruz has got a lot of people. The Yucatan has also got some people. So... So I want that. Yeah, I bet the US will get in on this. And I want Veracruz. 25 diplomatic maneuvers. And it's probably going to take us 40. That'll only leave me 15. Yeah, but I want the land anyway. I need it. I need the people. Okay. In terms of mobilization, let's take that stuff off. This might actually have been a bad time to do this. We are not in a good financial place for this. Yeah, you know what? I feel like it's okay to save scum if you didn't unpause the game after the scum, after the save. No, we're gonna wait a little bit. We should be in a better financial position before we try to do something like that. Oh, one thing we can do, bump the military wages down a little bit. Yeah, and maybe once we pass this taxation law, then we could go after it. So right now it would be a little tough. We don't want to end up going bankrupt. We're taking 2 states off of Mexico. Yeah, I would like to lower the taxes here. Well, we should. We lower them. It'll eventually bring us more income. Ugh, yes. Get this prosperity up. Oh, hey, okay. At least the executive is liked. That's a help. Alright, let's not get too low here. Oh, man. Okay, our productivity... These trade centers are killing me with this company. Oh yeah, that was the other reason I want to take Veracruz. I kind of want to see what happens to this regional HQ when we take that. And why is this iron mine not productive? Are you guys just don't need iron in New Granada? That would be strange. Alright, so we have 5 weeks till civilizing mission. What we could also really use is another company. So the next thing we'll research is investment banks. Pan-nationalism. Hello, pan-nationalism. Oh, do we have any... Ah, yes, we've got declared interest. We need Belgium. And we need... Well, I know we need Belgium. Let's just double check. So let's look at our trade center. For the exports. Civilizing mission... Oh, and we got another declared interest. Excellent. Central America. Populating the Americas. Ooh. Central America is a vast and fortunate land. Though it is sparsely populated, we must look beyond the seas, particularly to troubled Europe. Oh, troubled Europe. For potential settlers to work our fields and factories. Yeah, put those Europeans in our fields and factories. Promote European migration. Oh, hell yeah. No. Yeah, give me your tired and your Europeans to work in my fields. While my Central Americans earn more money in the factories. Okay. So for this, we need an interest somewhere. And then here... So Belgium, maybe... So Russia and Denmark. So who are the big importers? The Danish for steel, and then for motors. Oh, the Spanish. That would help us a lot, actually, if we had an interest in Spain. So Spain, and a common denominator here seems to be Sweden. Because we can also get more for Sweden on motors. Oh my god, we're not even... Well then, let's work on this. Spain and Sweden. That's where we're going to declare interests. And it'll get us Denmark too. That is what we want. Because we have the interest in Great Britain, right? Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Ooh. And we can do some populating right now. We'll lose 100 authority, 25% influence for 5 years. Yeah, we can take that. Tempted by generous offers of land and work, North Italian people from Sardinia, Piedmont have begun to migrate to Oaxaca. Ah, nice. All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm at time right now. I have a hard out for this time right now. So that'll be it for today. Well, not today, for this morning. So I have another scheduled stream for Victoria 3 later tonight. So that starts around 8:15, 8:30. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so that'll be in about 7.5 hours from now. So thank you to everybody for watching. I think we made some good progress today. Actually, I think we made a lot of really good progress. I think we did some good stuff. So we're set up for a pretty good run for this evening as well. Yeah. Thank you to everybody for joining in. If you haven't already, please consider giving me a follow on Twitch if you haven't done so already, or a subscribe on YouTube so you get alerted to the next time I'm on. Once again, try joining in tonight too to see us continue this. Other than that, have a good rest of your day, and as always, be awesome. I'll see you next time.